Hey guys, welcome to my channel here. I wanted to take on a quick breakdown of everything that I took with me on my Yosemite trip. This is everything. All right here. I got my pack. It carries all kinds of good stuff. Got a small bag, large bag, of course my helmet, gloves, boots. Got some warmth in my jacket up there. Let's break it all down and see what we got. Of course my gloves, my mechanics M-Pact gloves. These things are great. Take away some of the vibration with the pads on the inside from long distance, and they have some protection out here that's done pretty good. I've used these in some crashes and they hold up really well, way better than most average MX gloves. Of course my helmet, gotta have your helmet. I have my Sena and my camera on there. Of course the camera's being used right now, so you can't see that. Gotta have your helmet. Nice handy little quick release I added on there. You can get those on Amazon or wherever. Pops your helmet on and off nice and easy. Alright, my boots. Some Belleville. Awesome boots. Love them. I can hike in them. I can ride in them. I beat the crud out of these over the past year and a half. I'll do a full review on them soon. They're about ready to retire. Toss them off to the side. Alright. Take a couple sweatshirts for layers. It gets warm and it gets cold there, so I need both. So I gotta take off layers, regulate my temperature. My jacket is nice and dirty. It's part of my storage too. So on the left big pocket over here, I got some maps. That's where I'll keep my maps, any directions and instructions, stuff like that. It's always in there. I'll carry an extra lighter, nice big lighter. Always good to have extra fire up in there. And my sunglasses get stored in there. Can't forget the sun. That's the jacket. On my person, in my pants, I always carry a air gauge so I can regulate my tire pressures anytime. Check it if something seems weird. And it's right in my pocket so I don't have to dig for it. I end up loaning this out to a lot of people, so it's handy to have close, and it's good to have the right tire pressure. Also on me, of course, is my wallet, another lighter. Of course, always good to have extra fire. My daily carry is also on me at all times. And of course, a Leatherman Surge. All kinds of tools, knives, scissors, all kinds of good stuff. Saw, file, everything. Wonderful multi-tool to have. This is probably used every single day, whether I'm out adventuring or I'm at home. Seriously, one of the best adventure purchases that's on me all the time. Alright, let's start with the backpack here. Well, starting from the outside, I've got a big full medical kit here. Just a quick inside. We won't go over everything that's in there, but it is a fairly complete kit with all kinds of stuff that could be needed for from little problems to big problems, and various stuff in between. Gloves, bandages, medicine, more bandages, wraps, gauze, Q-tips and other kinds of gauze, more bandages, more bandages, more bandages, scissors, hemostats, tongue depressors, medicine, eye wash, snake kits, more medicine, tweezers, pens in case you need to write down things, especially if people are injured and you need to pass on information to other EMTs. You can write notes right on people, right on the injured person. All kinds of good stuff in there. Some of my trauma stuff is missing from this because I gave it to somebody that didn't carry any first aid kit at all. So they got my cat and my hemostatic agents, some things just in case. I'll have to re-get those up. This whole bag is actually pretty cool too, because if needed, the whole bag can rip away from the backpack and I can run over to where somebody's needed, or it can be ripped off and used on me. We'll get that out of the way. Got some different kinds of carabiners, some that hold heavy weight and some that don't. These are, I use them for camping, but they can also be used if you need to make a block and tackle setup, maybe to get a bike up off the road, or move some logs, move some rocks, get something out of the way. Let's see. Up in here I've got some of the paper stuff from my adventure there. Registration, and stickers, and some things I've never even looked through yet. Also up in here, whoa, things are flying everywhere. The cover for this took a little crap on me. So I got my headlamp. It's always good to have a headlamp in camp, or when you're working on stuff you can see and use both hands. It's got a floodlight, it's got a spotlight, it's got some red LEDs. Pretty cool. This particular one is pretty bright. I'm testing a lot of different ones right now. It has some cool automatic features to brighten it when you're in the low light and dim it back down when you're in the bright light. But that's kind of spotty. I'm not sure I like it. But it's a good light. This is working pretty good. Got some extra batteries, kind of in some little plastic containers to help keep them protected. Got my earplugs, just in case you needed, and I keep a little moisture absorption thing in there, one of the gel packets, to help keep everything nice. That's going to change up in a little bit though, because I got some new stuff to test out. Those to the side. What else we got? Got a little pack here that I keep fire permits, some Sena info, maps, other stuff I'll stuff in here, and my paper things that I need to find I'll have stuffed in there. Now this stuff could have moved around during the trip. It's not necessarily where I started with it packing. It just gets shoved in there sometimes. I've got a charger for camera batteries and a USB cable so I can charge with the camera itself. I can charge 2 batteries off the bike at once. Extra bags, and extra gloves, some garbage bags and stuff in there in case you want to pick up some trash or you make some trash of your own. There's also some big Ziploc bags in there so I can get some wet items without soaking my stuff. Tubeless tire repair kit, plugs for my bike. I don't have the tubes in there anymore running the tubeless, so this lets me repair things up. And zip ties, those are always handy. We used a few of those this weekend. Deodorant, can't be too stinky out there. And it just so happens that the Old Spice Original also helps keep bugs away. They don't like something in there. I found that to be the case most of my life, and that's pretty handy. The cord for that charger. Some more Do Not Eat dry packets. An extra magazine of ammunition. California, so I only get to have 10 per magazine. So, 2 magazines. What else we got in here? I got the bandana. It's an average, normal sized bandana. How do you know what a bandana's like? Probably about 25 feet here of paracord. Extra cord for whatever may be needed. Just a spare. In the back here we got some snacks. I like to take MRE stuff. It's cheap. When you buy it by the case, I get them online. It makes it quite cheap that way. I also have this easy cup right here. Pretty snazzy little guy. You can get those at like Walmart or various other places. Look at this one I picked up at Walmart. Pretty cheap. Silicone. Can withstand some heat. withstand some cold, and it packs up really light, and small. Also got my fancy little spoon here. Fancy, huh? It's also nice and light. It's Light My Fire company. You can get these in titanium. This one's a plastic one. Very handy. Spoon, fork, knife. Yeah, you know it all. Also in here, I've got like some drink mix stuff, coffee stuff, gum. I keep another little packet with different seasonings. Got the taco sauce, barbecue sauce, even some an old ramen packet or other beef flavoring like things, because you can make some soup sometimes. It's just so nice out there on the trail or at night when you want something nice and warm and tasty in your belly. Alright. So yeah, in here I keep various snacks and lunch like stuff and drink stuff. So that's stuff on me that I might want on the trail while I'm riding. Get a little hungry. Got the 2.5 liter bladder up inside there, coming out, able to drink. Hydration bladder is so much nicer than carrying bottles because you can get a drink nice and easy anytime, even while you're riding. Just pop that off, stuff it in your helmet. Got my hat. Got to have some shade once you get to camp, once you get to where you're hanging out. Got an extra strap, some extra layers, a little sweatshirt or a undershirt there. Long sleeve. Got my shemagh. This was very, very handy for face mask. In the morning when it was cold, keeping my neck warm, keeping my face warm. But also in some of that dust, there was 100-something bikes, and so at the beginning of everything, it was a really dusty ride till we got up ahead of everybody. Alright, what else we got in here? Another sweatshirt. Like I said, I keep a couple sweatshirts on me. This one's nice and filthy, so it's stashed in there. Other half of the rock strap. Some fuel line. This is a little bit shorter than what I left with. You can use this fuel line to siphon some gas from one tank to another if somebody unfortunately runs out somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But it can also be used to repair a messed up fuel line, which is what we needed it for. So luckily I had that. What else? Let's see. Last in the back seems to be cat shovel. Got to have a little shovel to dig your cat holes. Take a crap in it there. Also, if you're going to be having a fire out in National Forest, BLM, somewhere where your fire permit's good, then you need a shovel to make that all legal. So you can shovel dirt. There we go. In the front, who knows what's going to be in here. We've got some medicine for the camera, extra batteries, extra SIM cards, or extra SD cards, and again, another little silica gel packet to capture and save any moisture. I got a few more batteries and stuff in there. They're in the charger right now though, so. Some garbage. Stuff garbage in there sometimes. Spare spoon. My Mora knife. That's my wonderful little wood crafting knife. I use this out in the woods for everything from splitting wood to doing some crafting or something. I need a bigger blade than the one on me without going too big. You don't need a Rambo knife out there. Just need something good. Cord for the phone. My phone died on me on the way. The cord still worked. The phone just wouldn't charge. Fire starting kit here in my little bacon tin. I like to have multiple ways of making fire, so this little kit's got all kinds of stuff. It's got a little toilet paper in there. Might need some tinder. Some birthday candles. These things burn slow and drip wax everywhere, and dripped wax makes things burn better. Here's one of my little storm matches, as I usually call them. It's a strike anywhere match with some TP wrapped around it. The whole thing dipped in wax, so it seals it all in, makes it kind of waterproof, and also turns it into a little candle. This little guy right here will burn for many minutes. You could light it up, stick it in the bottom of the fire, and it'll get your nest going. There's also some dryer lint. That's another nice tinder that's free. And you can soak some of it or smash some petroleum jelly in there, some Vaseline in it, and it'll make it even more flammable. Then I have some matches here that they're for damp. They come out of MREs. They're for damp environments. They'll light really easy, even when they're slightly moist, but they're not waterproof. And there's even a little stick in there that I did not do on purpose. But you could use that as tinder if you stash some sticks in your stuff, some moss. Fire kit. What else we got in here? I got a mini tripod for the cam. Sometimes I like to do some road shots, or I could stash this up and get some other kind of cool shots. It lets you just stand the camera wherever you want. More stuff. Another way to start some fire. Got a nice ferro rod here with some magnesium. Got a loop. Who knows when you need a little loop. Also in here is some change, some garbage, and this little survival kit. It's got all kinds of good stuff in there, from fishing lines to snare wires to whistle to flint to steel. Cool little kit. I just keep it on me actually because I've had that kit for so long. It's been good luck on all my hikes, I guess, you know. Keep it in there. That's it for the pack. Oh, and we'll move on to some bags here. Alright, the first small bag we got. Let's see what we got in here. Got some dirty clothes. Take an extra little bag like this to stuff your dirty clothes in, and then your dirty clothes don't have to mingle with your clean clothes. Also got this slime air pump. I take this with me all over now because with the tubeless I like to double check that I have the right type of air pressure and air up and down those tires as I need. This will go up to 300 psi, so it'll work great for maintaining the 100 psi that's needed in the tubeless tube. Also in here I've got a roll of tools. If I need to get some tires off, I've got a big ratchet in case I need some torque. And inside I've got all the various tools that I would need to work on my bike and do just about everything that could need to be done to my bike. That's the heaviest part, probably, of everything here. I've got some extra snacks, some desserts stuffed in there. Got some cards. When you get to camp, you want something to do. Sometimes you don't have anything to work on, so entertainment's nice. Let's see, over here. Got some Loctite, some super glue, and I also went ahead and threw a patch kit in here with extra glue, extra patches. I'm not running a patch or a tube anymore, so I don't need the patches, but people have needed patches with me, so now I have them all the time in case they need them. Help everybody out, you know. It's just a little teeny extra bit in there for me, so could save somebody's day. Electrical tape. I've got other ways of storing electrical tape on me too. For example, I forgot this pouch on my backpack. It always has my compass on it, as well as in here is a 223 round wrapped in electrical tape. That gives you some electrical tape and also makes a good whistle. Alright. See, also in here I've got a little rag going with the tools there. Kind of a personal hygiene bag here. A deodorant's usually in this too, but then I've got some antibacterial wipes, TP, moist toilet wipes, toothpicks. Oh, toothpicks everywhere, sweet. And water purification powder. This will get rid of all chemicals and stuff for when if I've got to get some really sketchy water, or my filter breaks, if I accidentally broke the filter or something like that, then that would allow me to still get some water from some sketchy sources. And speaking of the water filter, here's my water filter system. This one's made by Platypus, the Gravity Works system. It'll filter 2 liters of water in like a minute and a half or something like that. It's really fast. You can refill everybody's water without a hassle, no pumping. You just scoop up some water. It also has an extra bag of water, or water bag in here, so I can have one full clean and one full dirty, and carry an extra 2 liters of water just in that extra clean bag. A little dry pouch for my phone. It drops in there, all locks down, and it's waterproof and floats, and I can secure it to something if need be. The woolly socks, in case it gets really cold or the toes are just freezing at night. Then wool socks are amazing. Amazing. Or if your feet are wet, you got to deal with wet boots the whole time, wet feet, then some wool socks makes it seem like they're okay. And some extra paper towel, napkins here I stuffed in, and a spare shirt that I never got to use. Never got to it. Alright. Throw this stuff out of the way. Our last bag here. Get this open. These bags, by the way, are some El Cheapos, some outdoor products. These just came from Walmart. I believe this bag was about $12. It's for 40 liter. The other bag was a 20 liter, and that was only like $5. So if you need a dry bag for something, even if it's just to go in your boat or something, check out Walmart, nice and cheap. And not the best quality. They won't last very long if you're abusing it like I am. That's what my tests show anyways. Here I got my Yosemite Off-Road Adventures t-shirt. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Also in here, this is like my whole house bag. So if you saw my pictures before where I showed my other house bag, this is like the bigger version. So I've got some fuel. I've got some breakfast Pop-Tarts in here. Got my coffee makings, because I have to have my coffee in the morning, or else I become a Scrooge McDuck. Some other breakfast stuff, some granolas. My little cook kit. All I really use this for is cooking. Got my little stove. It's a great little stove. Tried it out this weekend. Looks amazing. Going a little lighter. Everything's self-contained. Nice and tiny. Beautiful. Great job. And here we've got these 2 cups. And in the second cup, because you got some space in there, I store myself some teas and some sugar. You never know when you want a nice warm tea. There you go. This Stanley pot is pretty nice. Look at digging it. Works good. All that fits in there beautifully. And the lid locks back on. Some stuff I never got around to eating. I didn't eat much of my food. Everybody was feeding me on this trip, and I can't turn down wonderful hospitality of everyone, so I enjoyed it. I got some extra stuff. I like to take some fruit in the morning. These mandarin oranges are wonderful to get some vitamins and natural sugars into you in the morning, and some thing for nighttime to have a nice dessert. More calories before you go to bed. An extra MRE, because I didn't know how long I was going to stay. I might stay extra. Alright, getting in here deeper, we've got my amazingly awesome hobo hammock. I love my hammock. And my War Bonnet Outdoors Superfly tarp. doubled over and compressed down to save even some more room. So there's my house. Also, we have the cordage, various cord pieces to put it up, and another 25 or so feet of spare paracord in case I need to use it. There's also keep a couple extra garbage bags in there in case it gets wet. I need to cover anything up or use it for garbage bags. MRE meals. These meals have been stripped down, so it's just the meal and the warming packet, because they self-heat themselves with a little bit of water. So there was my my meals that I didn't get to eat because everybody was feeding me, thankfully. It was tasty. Also down in here, I've got my sleeping bag, my Recon 3 by Kit Bag. The Gen 2 goes down to -5 Celsius, 20-ish, low 20s Fahrenheit. Good bag, nice and compressed. I'm going to uncompress it right now for storage. So I'm unpacking everything here for you. There, it starts swelling up and getting all nice and big. Great bag. Stakes for the tarp. It is some of those cheapies, like 70 cents at Walmart. They're super light, but these cords, the paracord hanging off the end, is like as heavy as these stakes. These are good little stakes for the price. Looks like the last another silica packet. Keep things drier. And last but not least, inside the bag is my Thermarest pad. Thermarest Rig Rest. It's a great little pad. This one's pretty long. It's not one of the shorties, but it does go from my shoulders to my ankles. Somewhere in that area there. I don't need it under my head. I don't need it under my feet. And that's it. All this crap was stashed up in those bags, and it all fit on my back and on the back of the bike. It's a pretty light setup, actually. There's not much weight on my back and not much weight on the bike, but it's all I could possibly need for 3 to 5 days camping out in the woods. Self-sufficient.